Okay, the latest thing in our collection of techno junk here is looks like about a 19, look at that, a 1967 Bradford, and with some plastic panels. Plastic accents here. I don't know if we're going to keep this, but now that lawn season is over, I think it's going to go in the garage with the lawnmowers. It's as I was saying, a 1967 Bradford. I'll have you take a look at it in a minute. I do have the changer here. The changer is what caught my eye. It's again 1967 VM 1200 series, a 1297, and it looks like it's from the 37th week of 67. And the motor does say March 8th of 67. So there shouldn't be much terribly wrong with this at all. In fact, we just keep it separate, because as it's being transported, I don't want anything to happen to the changer. So that's the changer from the Bradford, and in front of it is this is what we really went for, was the Zenith black and white blonde television. We'll have you get that in and get a look at that. And we'll take a look inside. We have our hi-fi cleaning cloth. The changer would go right here. As you saw, we brought that inside. We have all the paperwork. It's a shame. All exposed surfaces of this article are certified to be genuine hardwood. Oh, the wind here is just too much. We have the brochure, the Barcelona solid state high fidelity console, Mediterranean powerful AM FM tuner, precision engineered with AFC, deluxe stereo sound, 2 10-inch woofers and 2 exponential horns for superb sound reproduction. And we have the schematic diagram and parts list. Factory equipped for FM stereo broadcast. Nothing else to buy. It probably has a Japanese made chassis, I am pretty certain. Let's take a look at our outputs here. Preamp and driver. Power transistor. They just give a factory part number. And there you have it. That is definitely Japanese writing. I can tell just by the look of it. Here's our function: tape, FM, FM stereo, FM AFC, and AM external speakers, bass, treble, balance, and loudness. Go ahead and just close the plates here. We do have the 45 adapter. Okay, as anything, when you move it, you always risk disturbing it, so I've just put a little bit of glue here where we know a little bit of the masonite. This is just printed masonite, this blonde finish, so the edges, you can see even at the factory they went along with some paint or whatever to doctor it up. So this was both a tabletop or a leg model. Now he did do some damage to one of the legs here as it was being moved with the legs attached until I could get there and unscrew them, but we have the legs right here, and we will go ahead and we'll put the legs on and stand him up and let you have a look. Okay, in order to have this one aim at the right angle, I just took a socket. I unmounted it, took a socket, and we used a dead blow hammer and just hammered that back nice so our leg will be at the proper angle, because it looked like it got skewed a little bit during the move. Okay, there it is, all assembled. You can see the legs still. You have to be careful with here, but basically so it's one owner. It does not have UHF. VHF only. The owner said it worked last time they had it, but one never knows. That's our power there. Let's check the CRT and see what we get. Okay, we have the back off, and our CRT is a 23ANP4. It's the original CRT. I don't know if it does say 23AN. It's a NP4. So this time we'll use the 60s B&K model 465. Okay, we carefully take our socket off, and there's one thing I noticed about these CRTs is this is your focus right here, this little jumper between these two pins here. You adjust for the best focus. So we'll attach him. Or our B&K, it's set to black and white. It's off. We have our G1 is 30 to, I think it said 50 or 28 to 50 or something. G2 is set at 50. So let's do our heater adjust. We're a 5 to 8 volt heater. And bring it up to 6.3. Tube is lighting. And we wait. We can try to set cutoff here. Really can't set much cutoff. I don't have anything on emission here. Very low emission. It is creeping up. Well, we've seen this before. I'll raise our heater a little bit for a minute or so, but we are at 6.3. Bring it up to about 7. Back down. We'll let that cook a minute. Again, after a few minutes, we're technically right on the line. Actually, it says to set it at 50, so we have a weak tube here. We'll plug this thing in and see how it does, but looks like our cream puff here has a tired Zenith original CRT 23ANP4. Okay, back on the Zenith. I'm just confirming the test of the CRT that after so many minutes it may come up and just approach the good. This has been on now for only a few minutes, but I have my cutoff set and I have my G2 at 50 and my heater is at 6.3. So, well, I can bump up the heater just a tad there, but okay, there we go. No shorts and emission. You know, I haven't given this a shot, nor do I want to. I want to see how it performs. So, we have our converter box ready, and we're going to get the Variac here, and we're going to fire this up and see what kind of what it produces with all the dust on the top. We haven't done anything yet. As I said, we have other projects to complete before this, so I'm not going to go forward with this at the moment. I will search out for the 23ANP4 though, or a suitable substitute. Seems the safety glass is an issue. This has a bonded safety glass on the front. Okay, just to finish up the CRT testing, I'm going to verify with the CR70 Sencore. Of course, the book says UA adapter, and this may be reviewed for some of you, but UA I'm usually used to it saying unavailable, but it means universal adapter. So I've gone ahead and found my grid, my G1, my G2, my cathode, and my heater. I've gone ahead and attached the universal adapter. And let's turn this on and set the filament. And I've gone ahead and I've set my controls. Video F1 is 1, 12, 6.3, minus 36 on the bias, and then 11, 2, 10. So let's fire this up and see what we get. Filament voltage. 6.3. The tube is not lighting. So right off the bat, I have something wrong. F1 and F2 is supposed to be right here and right here. Okay, one thing that started to drive me batty is on this CR70 test adapter here, universal test adapter. Someone else has been in here because I can't get the filament to light using F1 and F2 on this Zenith, even no matter what I set the filament voltage to. And what's funny is if I measure it, I get 6.3, I get 8 volts on the top of the scale, but the minute I connect a load to it, even this light bulb here that I've tested, the voltage goes away. Yet it works. It works on the 19-inch over here. But if I take and attach it over here, this tube lights. Yet if I take, now hold on. Yet when I go and attach it to the universal socket adapter, it doesn't light. So I've been troubleshooting this, banging my head for the last few minutes. If I attach this here to F1 and F2, the tube does not light. I don't know if it's in current limiting mode or what it's doing, because if I take these leads off and I attach them here, I've already been through this, and I attach them to the AC meter, I can adjust my filament set here. And actually, let's take a look here. I'm on 6 volts. Oh, come on. Okay, we're attached. Oh, that should be much higher than that. Showing 6 on the meter. Okay, although the meter says 6 and I can adjust the filament set here, I never really reached 6, which I was before, yet it says almost 7 on the meter, but I don't, that meter is... There's something wrong with this circuit. Let me show you. This filament wiring is a little more than just a AC voltage being stepped up or down. You have 23 volts AC coming in here, and you have this current limit adjust. And there's a number of diodes and transistors in here, and I'm going to have to a Zener diode here. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get that 6 volts working on the... It's not a connection problem. They don't really tell you which one of the filaments here. I'm going to have to figure that one out by following back. So this is the filament set right here. There's a Zener diode across the filament set. So something is going on here. Where it works, yet it works with the adapter on a regular 6 volt CRT, but I can't use it with the universal adapter, nor to even light a light bulb. Which is strange. So seeing the previous owner had been into this and tried to dig it out and get the connector out of here, I did manage to do so. I tried not to mar it too badly, but there's nothing wrong with these connections in here. I followed them back, I ohmed them out, and just to be sure I wanted to see them, so I've confirmed it. So the adapter is not the problem. The problem is the load that's placed on these kicks in that current limiter or something, and I don't get my voltage for the universal adapter. Okay, in order to use the filament, the universal adapter on the CR70, you have to set these controls to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can set your filament. I was going a little crazy there a few moments ago. So there's our 6.3 and our tube is lighting. Now, filament is set. No shorts. I don't know if we can try to set cutoff. Cutoff set. And then emission. So there we have again a not so good reading on the filament. So let's go in and let's power this up and see what this set does. Okay, well there you go. After being on a few moments, about 5 minutes, we are same as the other tester. We're just on the line between bad and good. Okay, we have our antenna terminals attached, a converter box on, Variac powered, and we'll turn the set on. Slowly increase the Variac here. Picture tube's lighting. Put our volume about halfway. Right up to 100 volts already here. Little hum in the speaker. Current's not too terrible. I hear some vertical. We're at 80 volts. Just let it sit here a minute. Alright, let's go up to about 100, a little over 100 volts. Make sure we're on channel 3. And we do have some raster. Come on. Go up to 110 volts. Really, it's not producing that bad of a picture. Sound.
He starts trying to work the defense a little bit to see if they'll declare the safety as to what their intent is. They stay deep, and then he believes
Tuner's a little dirty.
He did stay in coverage, and they're able to pick up then the first down. Holiday checks into back.
Let's get something Oh, come on, you silly box.
December 21st.
So even though the CRT tests weak,
Are you out of your mind? I know what we agreed.
let's go up to
I had a call from Wheelock.
115.
Odd Mel. He's gonna be trouble. Why? He says the stewardess that was on the plane moved into his area. He's scared she'll spot him.
Tone.
That's right, she just moved into that
Brightness.
area 2 months ago. Well, I haven't seen the new house yet. I'm just gonna go over there and check
Contrast.
her out, see if she's suspicious. You take care of Wheelock.
Okay, we'll do one more look at the Zenith, this time with the back on. We'll turn the set on. The converter box is on. We attach the back. It seems to have all its original tubes except for the rectifier. Give it a few minutes to warm up here. Okay, so we have some vertical fold over up at the top, and that's probably just due to the filter capacitor in the vertical. A little horizontal bend there. I'm not too worried about.
Like this was kind of my support.
My game is as good as it's ever been right now.
Another one where I seem to lose the sound.
Plus is amazing because it gives your skin a beautiful glow.
I'm beginning to wonder if these converter boxes are all that or what.
Who knows what Bud Wheelock stirred with his crazy schemes?
Coming up into some pops are born under the
I begin to wonder if it's just the converter boxes that are causing this buzz. The Zenith only lets you go so far, and they have a stop.
On Fox. Well, we'll go back and take a look at the touchdown and how Robert.
It's kind of behaving the same way the RCA does, but I put two. I've tried two converter boxes on this. In this video, it does the buzz.
That I have never yet set foot in this building with the distinct impression that I have been here before.
This converter box gets a lot of snow and lines in it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.